Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Today we want to reflect on the verse number 50 in Surah Al-Kahf, or the cave. The Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam have instructed us to recite and to understand and contemplate the lessons of the chapter number 18. Chapter number 18 is the cave or the Kahf. One of the main thing the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that this is going to be a protection from the false Messiah or the Dajjal. Verse number 50 in that chapter is highlighting one of the biggest tools that Dajjal or the false Messiah will use, which is Iblis or the devil or him and his progeny. He's going to use the devils and the Iblis as to what? To tempt people, to make people, to misguide people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا. The encounter between Iblis and the encounter between the Adam, when Allah, in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala presence, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked Iblis to prostrate to Adam, it has been repeated in the Quran almost 9 times. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is highlighting the fact and highlighting this incident? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He want to tell us that the root cause for the diseases which the humankind have, the heart diseases, the diseases of being stingy, being arrogant, being jealous, blaming others for your pitfalls, blaming others for your mistakes, is coming from this encounter. You know, like in medicine, if you go to any doctor, the majority, 90%, they tell you 90% of the diseases can be treated with 2 things: diet, exercise. Lose weight and have a good diet, your blood pressure will go down. If you have sugar or diabetes, you won't even have it, so on and so forth. The same thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in this ayah is, don't take Iblis, don't take the devil as a wali, as a follower. Don't follow him, because he is your most obvious enemy. We want to understand how the devil is an enemy. Look, what happened to the devil? The devil, number one he did is he disobeyed Allah. He disobeyed Allah. So he wants the humankind, all of them, to disobey Allah. Number 2, the devil was jealous from Adam. When he saw Adam and he saw the recognition, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked the malaika to prostrate to him. That what happened? He wanted Adam to be jealous. You know, the jealousy for Adam, from a mankind, from each other. You see, the brother is jealous from his other brother. The sister is jealous from her sisters. The neighbor is jealous from his neighbor. This guy has a mansion or a car or a house. I want a better one. I want to compete with him in this and that. He has a better position. I want to get a better position. So on and so forth. You see, the third thing is arrogancy. Iblis, what happened is he was arrogant. He said, "Oh, I'm better than Adam." The same thing. The Iblis has planted that. You know, people will say, "Oh, I'm a certain race, so I'm better than this guy." You know, I speak a certain language, so I'm better than this guy. I belong to this country, so I'm better than this guy. So that kind of jealousy, that kind of arrogancy, Iblis have planted in the humankind, in the mankind, in the humankind, and this is creating a lot of problem. Number 4, blameworthy. Iblis have blamed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, فَبِمَا أَغْوَيْتَنِي. You are the one who misguided me. Blaming others for your mistakes. Again, as Allah, Iblis made Adam, or made the progeny of Adam, blame all the time. You blame your work conditions. You blame your wife, or the husband, or the wife blame her husband, or everybody trying to blame somebody else about his situation. So and that's just the biggest problem, because you are the one in control. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never said the outside has the control over. No, you're the one who has the control. And you have to blame. The first one you have to blame is yourself, to change. anything and everything. So the main thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying us, so we have to understand that Iblis, what he have done, he want everybody to be like them. Imagine you are in, and happens all the time, party. You have one good guy or one good girl, and you have her friends are bad. They're doing drugs or and this person is refusing all the time. They're very jealous. They want that person to do the same thing like them. They want them to do drugs, if they do alcohol, whatever. They want to, all the time they're gonna try with so many ways in order to that friend to fall into the same trap and to be doing the same bad things. And this is exactly what Iblis is. Iblis is jealous. What Iblis want? Iblis, he knew his destination. The destination will be where? In hell. That's why he wants to take all mankind with him to hell for eternity. There is no out. There's no getting out from there. And this is why Iblis, he want to tempt, make the mankind, yes, misguided and misguidance. And all these kind of diseases he's trying to cultivate, plant into our hearts in order for us to follow him. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً دَنْقًا. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, remember me all the time when you have bad, negative feeling or negative action you want to do. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because the only protection from Allah, from the Iblis, from the devil, from all these calamities, from all these diseases which Iblis is trying to cultivate in our heart and in our actions or in our societies, is by remembering that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one who is worthy of worshipping. He is the only one who is worthy of following. He is the only one we need to be awliya. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, وَذُرِّيَّتَهُ أَفَتَتَّخِذُونَهُ. Will you take him as a followers? Will you take Iblis as a follower and his progeny as a followers? Min duni, and you're not gonna take me? So we have to take Allah subhanahu. We have to have the loyalty to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to be obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And all of this by doing our rituals, the prayers, the memorizing of the Quran, by reading the Quran, by understanding the Quran, and have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's in our and the Sunnah, the actions of Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam in our life. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه.